making some molasses crinkles or molasses cookies, whatever you would like to call them. It's a very old recipe. It's one of my family's favorites, and it's a good cold weather cookie. It has flour, 2 1/4 cup of flour. This has my 2 teaspoons of baking soda. This has a teaspoon of ginger, a teaspoon of cinnamon, and a 1/2 teaspoon of cloves. We have a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 cup of packed brown sugar, 3/4 cups of Crisco or vegetable shortening. I suppose you could use butter. I have never tried that. I just always use Crisco, so that's what my grandma used to use and what my mama used to use. And then a 1/4 cup of molasses. You can use dark or medium. And then 1 egg. And we usually use farm fresh eggs if we can get them. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to mix your shortening. And I don't have one of those handy dandy KitchenAid stand-up mixers. I would love one, but they are a little bit expensive, and I don't do as much baking as I would like. So you're going to take the shortening, your molasses, and I don't know if you've ever used molasses before, but it is pretty thick, so you sometimes need a little spatula to help get it out. You want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. You'll also need some baking sheets and some cooling racks as well. I do have this handheld KitchenAid mixer though, so it's nice. Alright, and you're just gonna clean this together. And when you have that incorporated, it will look a little like this. And then for the, you're just going to incorporate the rest of the ingredients. Got these adorable little measuring cups at Michael's a couple years ago. And I'm only going to put a little bit of the flour in and mix it. I just like to go around the edge, make sure that everything is incorporated. And so as you can kind of see that these are a little drier cookies. And that's okay, that's kind of what we want. So let me do a little cleanup here and I will get back to you. Now you can just use your hands for this. I like to get a scoop just because then the portion controls them. And then I put them in my hand and you kind of roll them up into a little ball like so. And they look like that. And then you're going to dip the tops into some granulated sugar and then just place them on the cookie sheet. And the sugar just adds a little bit of texture to them, and it makes them really pretty. When they are cooking, I don't want to space them out just a bit more than that. When they're baking, they will be, they'll get kind of flat and spread out, and then they'll crack on the top. Well, that's why they're called crinkles. And then the first year that I made these, they're often like, ginger snaps, but soft. I like soft cookies. I'm not a huge fan of hard, crispy cookies, but I made them for Thanksgiving, and my dad loves ginger snaps. Those are one of his favorite cookies from when he was a child. And so when I made these for the first year and brought them, I had gone through one of my grandmother's old cookbooks, and I found this recipe, and she had apparently made them at some point in time in her life. I'm not sure when, but I had made 4 dozen cookies, and I brought them the Wednesday before, of course, because I showed up a little early, and there were only 3 cookies that were left, maybe 4, by morning time. And every other time I've ever made these cookies for anyone, whether it's been at work or anything like that, they always go very fast. So these are a nice little treat, partly because they do taste like ginger snaps, but they're super soft, and they're a lot like sugar cookies. So we'll just go through this, and then once you have your cookie sheet full, we'll just pop this in the oven, and you will bake for 10 to 12 minutes, or until they're just set. Don't bake until they're hard, because then that way they'll stay soft. So this Thanksgiving is my first holiday that I'm hosting. Before, as a single person, I just usually found it easier for one person to travel versus multiple people to travel, so I never offered to host any holidays or anything like that. So I'm quite excited. A little nervous. Hopefully this preparation will go well. It's hard when you work full-time and you work odd hours from your family. I'm a registered nurse and I work night shifts, so most of the time, like today or last night, was my only day off until this week. So until the holiday, and so it's hard to. All right, we're gonna just pop these in the oven for 10 to 12 minutes. Dough was awfully dry today. I think I should have added another egg, perhaps. It was kind of a small egg. Sometimes farm fresh eggs are not as uniform as the ones that you buy at the store, but they are tastier, that's for sure. I'm hoping to get a set of chickens that my husband doesn't want to have chickens in town, even though we can have, I think, up to 7 of them. 4 would be sufficient for the amount of eggs that we go through, but I'm not quite sure why he doesn't want them. I think he thinks they're going to be a lot more work than they really are. And so I want to thank all of you new subscribers after the DIY Mommy decor challenge. I do appreciate you stopping by, and I hope that you enjoy the videos that I've got planned coming up for the holiday season. They might not be too terribly useful for this season if you've already got your decor planned and things like that, but they are some fun little things that will definitely be easy and relatively inexpensive, and if you look out after the end of the season, then you can probably get them even cheaper than I did. So, but I'm just going to make a small batch of these. We only have Paul and our 2 kids and my parents coming for Thanksgiving, and we will have multiple other desserts that we will have as well. So hi, Mummies. So tell me one of your favorite traditions for Thanksgiving or Christmas that you've done. Well, let's do Thanksgiving, and then we'll do another video at Christmas time when I make some Christmas goodies. Just leave me your comments down below of what some of your favorite traditions are that your family has, if there's something unique, or if Thanksgiving is kind of a friend's holiday for you. We're gonna pop these in the oven as well. We'll just do a small batch. So basically what I'm gonna do now is we will just wait for those cookies to come out of the oven, and as soon as they do, I will let you see what they look like. They are oh so tasty, and if you like soft cookies like I do, you'll like this recipe. So give me about 5 more minutes and we'll see what they look like. So these are what they look like. If you want to get some of the little bit larger sugars, you know, for decorating and things like that, they would sparkle more. It's really just a decorative feature. You don't even have to put it on there. But so you're just gonna remove it from the pan. Of course, you have to get your thumb in at least one of them so you can eat it. And these cook maybe just a little long. They're kind of dark on the bottom. They'll still taste good. It smells so good. Forget one step to tell you. Before you place them in the oven, just sprinkle a couple of drops of water on the top. It will help them crack so they will crinkle a little prettier. You can kind of see the ones that I didn't get water on them very well. And these will fall just slightly once they are cooled.